Okay, kids, another episode of RoxburyScience with Mr. Marks. I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to try flying my airplane and videotaping at the same time and explaining what's going on. So, if you see this video, it worked, okay? That's all I can say. So anyway, I'm sitting in my little tri-pacer, my 1952 tri-pacer. Just went to Middleton, got fuel. And I got her running. She's all warmed up, ready to go to the pre-flight like I showed. Fuel's good, as you can see. I got it in the left tank, or right tank. Left tank is also full, and she's idling at about 1,000 RPM. Oil pressure, temperature are good. She's making charge. Altimeter is set to around 840. I should put about 830. Changes with pressure. Okay, somewhere in there. Everything else is all set to go. I've done a pre-flight. My fuel selector is on. My magnetos are on both. I double check everything all the time. Carb heat is cold. It means getting cold air. And the mixture, so the fuel going in the engine, is rich. Alright, it's time to take off. I'm going to try and explain what happens here and see if we got figured out how to fly an airplane. Hopefully you see what I'm seeing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I mentally check one more time. Mags, fuel, carb heat's off, mixture's rich. Okay? I'm going to depart the runway, and I'm going to head, our runway faces 180. It's a heading of 180 degrees. I'm going to head that way for a bit. Turn around, do a little pattern altitude work at about, pattern altitude here is 1,000 feet above ground level, so about 1,800 feet, and then I'm going to land. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. But I'm going to do exactly like I would do in Middleton. I'm going to put my headphones on. And I'm probably going to have to yell so you can hear everything. And right now, I would tell Roxbury traffic, this is Piper Tri-Pacer 2172 Alpha, departing runway 18 and staying in the pattern. With that, let's give her the beans, Ricky. All right, here we go. So I'm going to give her the throttle. So pushing the throttle ahead. What I'm going to do is on takeoff, the engine torque is going to pull it to the left, so I got to give right rudder, and about 60 miles an hour, I got to pull back so she starts float. So let's see if this works. A little bit of a crosswind. So you see I'm giving her goose, giving her power. I'm looking at my airspeed. A little bit of a crosswind. I got right rudder going on, and about 60. I'm slowly pulling back. And we're airborne. Okay? Looking out the window. I want to climb roughly around 75 miles an hour. What I just adjusted up here is something known as the trim. It allows me to take pressure off the controls
Wisconsin, there's Sauk City. Oh, gain a little altitude. Get fired. Okay, everything's good. Everything's good. They give you a 100-foot leeway when you test. Okay? Alright. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to initiate a landing pattern. So, as you can see, it's all little beast. He cruises about 110 miles an hour when it's nice and cool out. Now she's climbing up to 115. Honestly, that's not very fast for an airplane. That's pretty slow, right? But I'll take it. Hey, it works good. So, I got my pattern altitude. Over this hill up ahead, over that hill is my runway. What I'm going to do, when I get lined up along, I'm going down what we call downwind of the runway. That means I'm technically into the wind. I'm going against the way I want to land. I'm going to make a square box. Right now I'm going downwind, and in just a minute, I'll parallel with my runway. I'm going to check all my instruments, and we're going to go in and land. Hopefully this marks is a good one. Okay, there is Vision of Lake. Roxbury off the distance. Alright, so on the other side of this hill is my little runway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting back on the throttle. You probably hear it. Cut back on the throttle a little bit, slow her down. I'm going to trim it up. So I slow my airspeed. Okay? That means my nose is coming up. I'm slowing the airspeed. Right now I'm beaming the numbers. I do a gumps check. My gas is on. My wheels are down. Mixture is rich. My primer's locked. My mags are on both. I'm going to give her some carb heat, which is going to put in some warm air into the engine. Make sure there's no ice. Now, your airspeed has really dropped. About 90 miles an hour, a little more trim, so I don't have to work. Okay? Now is where you play with it. I'm going to give her a little more throttle, because right now, she's sinking a little faster than I want. My goal is to go over that hill right there, over that hill on final. So I'll make a square box. Alright. So I'm heading left downwind for runway 36 in Roxbury. So pretty quick here, I'm going to turn what we call a left base. So I call out Roxbury traffic, Piper Tri-Pacer 2172 Alpha, turning left base for runway 36 Roxbury. Alright, so I'm going to give her a turn. Airspeed's good. Gotta watch my ball in the middle. Keep that hill in mind over there. I'm turning. I'm now what we call left base. Now to keep her maintained a little bit, I'm going to give her a little flap. I just pulled the flap lever. Now I got to retrim it. Okay. All right. Roxbury traffic. Piper Tri-Pacer 2172 Alpha. Turning final for 36 Roxbury. Now, I'm going to try and maintain my 80 miles an hour on final. So off in the distance, you see the Baraboo Bluffs? You also see my little green runway. It looks like a goddamn gum wrapper. Alright, I'm going to slow her down a little fast. Slowing her down. I want to just miss these trees out here. I know. This is how my final works. There, see, I'm missing the trees. A little bit of a bump, not much. I'm right on about 80, which is good. Just before I land, I'm going to cut the power a little bit more. Okay, there's my runway. Keep her right at about 80. Now I'm going to start slowing her down a little bit because I'm about right on the cojones. I want to get to right around 65 miles an hour when I land. I'm going to get a little trim. Feel a little bit of a crosswind, not much. You can see I'm about 70 right now. Now what I'm doing is I'm letting the plane more or less stall on the ground. There's runway, and I'm coming down.
just before I touch, I flare up and touch. Now, I put the throttle back. Oh God, flaps. And let her just roll out. And you can see how easy it can be. Tell you what though, it takes a lot of practice. They don't give those licenses away, people, but hey, it's worth it. All right, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully some of you want to get in one of these darn things and fly. It is freaking awesome. I'm gonna take this thing off and now I'll go for my own little flight. All right, RoxburyScience signing out.